You know, I wasn't planning on initially filming this video, and apologies for all the sounds you will hear in the background. My neighbors are currently renovating, and it's just a pounding like throb at the back of my head. Also, like I said, I wasn't planning on filming this video. I fell yesterday, fractured this finger, and I have been at home since with clear instructions from my doctor to avoid basically doing anything strenuous with this finger, with this hand, so I do not turn my simple fracture into a complex one. But white people, let me take that back. White authors in academia who do not know how to fucking stay in their fucking lane. What exactly is the context of this? Because I am fairly certain, I'm like 99.9% certain that a major part of BookTube is blissfully unaware of this. Not like I am surprised if it is not something that centers the global north or, you know, the countries that you all really, really like. You don't say anything. And honestly, my expectation has always been zero. But what exactly do you do when and I'm going to put this in my problematic authors problematicking because this just fits. So what exactly do you do when the bar goes from 0 to like below 0? Like, honestly, my bar for white authors, especially those ones in academia, was already to the ground. But apparently you all needed to be in fucking hell. Here is the context, right? Trish Lorenz, a white woman in academia, wrote a book that she titled Soro Soke, although technically, because she does not speak the language, and of course because it's not in any way connected or relevant or any of her business to write it, she actually wrote it as there's no army, there's no intonation mark, nothing for the pronunciation on there. So basically what she's selling is Soro Soke because technically, I repeat, there's no intonation marks on it. So she's literally selling Soro Soke, but in her head, she's selling Soro Soke. And here is this thing. I was already pissed as fuck. I think she dropped the news about this book and the $100,000 advance that they gave her for writing this book that is of us, of Africans, young Africans resisting during the EndSARS movement. A movement where, by the way, if you check her Twitter, she did not even put out a single EndSARS tweet. But like a fucking vulture, like the fucking vulture that she is, she's present to try and do the pickings and make money off of this very real, very personal truth and revolution that we had in 2020. And I say this because once again, of course, BookTube, like, if you were on BookTube, you probably, like, a lot of y'all did not know about EndSARS. It's not a protest that happened in your country or in any country that you were concerned about. But in 2020, Nigerians were protesting against police brutality, and there was the EndSARS movement. I'm not about to start giving you a full-on tutoring session. I was very vocal about this on my Twitter, on my YouTube channels. I had interviews with the Black Prose Book Club where I was speaking with Oshole about it. So I have already done that, and I know I made it on Twitter because I was sharing updates on Twitter and with everybody else. I did go for the protest. I went with a friend. We were always on the run. There was this whole fear of, okay, the police would, you know, react. And they did, because this protest, the things came to a head when dozens of us were murdered at Lekki Toll Bridge. I'm not about to go into all that details, but just to give you all that context, 2 years later, after this, a white woman had the audacity to write this anthology talking about young Africans revolting, blah, 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 and everything. And I'm like, one, yes, our stories need to be told. But two, it is not in your place for you to tell it. This is even worse than me deciding, living in Nigeria, that I'm going to write a book, and I'm going to write a book book about, black people protesting gun violence in America, in the United States. That is not my experience. That is not my lived-in experience. It is not in my place. I'm clearly profiting off of other people's pain and off of other people's experiences, especially because it's not an experience that is mine. Already, that is already very infuriating. But then this fucking ass, this vulture had the audacity to state in an interview that, oh yes, she named us the Soro Soke generation. First and foremost, that word, even if it is that you were claiming to name us, at least get the fucking intonation right. Get the army right. But you didn't even do that, did you? No, you had the audacity to say you named us. And I'm still over here fucking pissed because the fucking audacity. You named us? And I know Cambridge Press came because, yes, it was Cambridge Press. Who is surprised? Show of hands, of course. Racist white institutions that do uphold white supremacy. And if you are sitting here being all like, what is the big deal? I'm not about to get into an argument with you about exactly how insidious it is for white academia to be the one telling black stories, because it is never rooted in any context or any nuance or the reality of our experience, because it is not a lived-in experience that you can speak to. But no, the fact that Cambridge Press had the audacity to be like, oh yeah, she said it, but she did not really mean it like that. And then you had some authors also going on like, she did not, you know what? Fuck you. For every single one of you that were like, she did not mean it like that. Fuck you. Now, for you to, if it is that you are at least wondering, why am I so pissed? One, like I said, this is not her experience. Two, she's clearly profiting off of our pain and the blood and the suffering that people went through. But also, three, this still speaks to a very colonialist history, and for you not to understand it, Nigeria as it exists as a word. Like, the country is called Nigeria because 108 years ago, a white woman said, let us name this country Nigeria. So 108 years ago, a woman with your skin tone and that same hair, I don't even know what the fuck Flora Shaw's hair is, I don't give a shit. But 108 years ago, a white woman just like you, who thought she was entitled to go about all willy-nilly stealing from us, because of course we already know just how much the British stole from us, but stealing from us and also forcing an identity and being all like, call them like, what if we wanted to be called something else? What if we wanted to be, what? Other than that, we are the Soro Soke generation. You did not name us. The audacity of your fucking ass. You know what? I will name you. Because it is clear you do not understand the significance of names, of giving names in Nigerian culture. So let me name you. I will name you in the language that you cannot fucking speak, because I can bet you don't speak it. Oniranu, Olori Buruku, Ashinwi, Oloshi, Alainitiju, Oloru, Ode Buruku. I said I was not planning on making this video at all, because I was just like, the bar was like, you all can see my face. I'm sweaty, I'm tired, I'm upset. My finger fucking hurts. I should not be moving it like this. But I'm over here and I was like, I was not even going to bother. Initially, I wanted to film a video Sunday night into Monday morning. And then I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to do it. And like I said, I fell all the old thing, pain. Yesterday was just a haze of pain. So I was like, I was not going to film it. But then, and I had already wiped that out of my mind until about, 15 minutes ago, I checked Instagram, and one of my very good friends, who is also a mutual on Twitter, who is very vocal about this shit, has already spoken up. And then she puts up a post on Instagram that, oh, the publishers, or rather, either the publishers or the bookshop or the book club, I don't give a shit, for this woman, Trish Lorenz, because she went about being all like, fuck you, fuck all of you, you all deserve fucking slaps, which is the least that you deserve. Like, proper 40, which is the least you deserve. They reported her on Twitter. Now she can, like, she's locked out of her account. Twitter is like, it might take a week for you to get it back, or it might take longer. We are not sure. You might never get your account back. Boo-hoo, lucky you. And all I would just say is, fuck you. Fuck. All she said, you know what I'm even saying? All she said was that you deserve slaps, and that was like the next thing your fucking book club, bookshop-ish that is selling this work did. Like, fuck you. But she said you deserve slaps, and you decided, you know what? Fuck it. Let me go a step further. I would curse you. Kò ní dá fún ẹ. Rádaràda, rédèrèdè. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ayé ẹ̀ tí ẹ máa tò lọ síwájú. Owó yẹn tó gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ, ó máa dìyẹ̀pẹ̀ sí ẹ lọ́wọ́. Ó máa dìyẹ̀pẹ̀. $100,000. Wàláì kò ní tó, ó tẹ̀ ní rí tó. Náírà mẹ́wàá kò ní ṣẹ́kù ní owó yẹn kó tó di ìparí oṣù yìí. Oṣù yìí tá à ń wọ̀ yìí, oṣù kẹfà yìí tá à ń wọ̀, kò tẹ̀ ní. Náírà mẹ́wàá ní tó kò ní kù ní owó yẹn. Ó dẹ̀ ní mọ bó ṣe ń ná. Owó yẹn kọ́ máa ṣàn ní, kọ́ máa ṣàn ní. Ó dẹ̀ ní mọ bí tó náwó yẹn sí. Ó tẹ̀ ní lè fi, ó tẹ̀ lè fi ọwọ́ ẹ mú nǹkan dání pé báyìí mo ṣe náwó yìí, ó tẹ̀ ní rí. Ó ní rí. Wọ́n máa ṣépè fún ẹ látòkèdè sàlẹ̀ ni. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó dẹ̀ máa kọ́wọ́lé tó dẹ̀ máa dà. Ìwọ àti publisher ẹ o, àti èyí tó ń bẹ tàwé ẹ kiri. Iléeṣẹ́ gbogbo yín ó máa jóná ni. Wàláì tàláì. I have said my own. I have said my own because do you know what? Fuck you. Honestly, fuck you. Like, see, I can't bend this finger. So, like, I'm not. Please note that this I'm still flipping her off. I just can't bend this finger. Fuck you. And I would also like to point out one very important thing. If you want to read a book that is an anthology that does actually cover these experiences, and you know it is not white academia being all like, I'm a white person talking to other white people about what went down in Nigeria in 2020, like, if it is that you actually want to read this anthology, because people were all like, oh my God, but there are no other books. Even if it is that this was not, like, nothing has been written, and that is a fucking lie, because Jumoke and James Yeku did write it. I am going to put a link to where you can buy their books, the EndSARS anthology. I'm going to put a link in the description about this video so you can go and check it out. But even if it is that they never wrote it, it is not in your fucking place. It is not in your fucking... Fuck you. Honestly, fuck you.